Alright, in this module we're going to wrap up our initial discussion on the 7 deadly wastes as we learn about what is known as the mother of all wastes, overproduction. Well, by the end of this module you'll know what the waste is, what causes it, and some tools to eliminate it. Okay, well, let's get started by learning what overproduction is. Well, formally defined, overproduction occurs when we make more products than the customer needs right now. Now, this customer may be our external customer, or it could also be an internal customer. Now, the reason we say overproduction is the mother of all waste is because it often leads to all the other wastes in one form or another. For example, overproduction multiplies the other wastes such as inventory and covers up problems such as waiting or variability in demand. And it makes it harder to understand our true capacity. Now, some examples of overproduction are making extra parts to cover for scrap, forecast production, economic order quantity lot sizes, piece rate production, and production done simply to maximize utilization or absorption. And as we see here, Isaac is clearly overproducing as he seems to have fallen into a bit of a groove with his production process. The box was clearly marked, but for some reason, Isaac kept on going. So we'll have to have a talk with Isaac off camera to see if we can figure out why he did this. So, if overproduction is the mother of all waste, we definitely need to understand what causes it. And as we'll see, there are many reasons, including things such as just-in-case thinking, meaning we make more parts than we need just in case we might need them, or misuse of automation, long setup times, inadequate forecasting, making more parts than we need in order to keep busy, using up extra materials, and last but certainly not least, we often overproduce when we optimize things locally or at our particular work area instead of having a broader view of what the entire organization needs. Now then, before we discuss the tools and techniques we can use to improve the situation, let's discuss the costs of overproduction, which include having to deal with the disposition and cost of obsolete finished goods, where we might, if we're lucky, be able to sell at a discount or clearance prices, otherwise we'll have to just throw it away. Overproducing things we don't need also makes it very difficult to understand what our true capacity is, which in turn makes it very hard to know what we can commit to when asked by our customers. And lastly, and most severely, overproduction multiplies each of the other wastes as we've seen and discussed throughout this course. In short, overproduction is a nasty beast and we must learn how to kill it. So, with this said, let's discuss a few of the tools lean practitioners all over the world have used and continue to use to improve their situations. The first and probably most popular lean tool we have to battle overproduction are Kanban, which, as we introduced in the VSM course, are used to signal when production should start and stop. Now in this example, the shipping area gets the signal to deliver goods to the end customer, so they go to the finished goods supermarket and retrieve the item. This then begins a triggering effect back to assembly and then back to the supplier that more product needs to be produced. Now, visual management is also another powerful way to limit production. In this example, it's very clear what's to go into marked off areas, which is another way for people to know when to stop producing. In our next Gemba Academy course, we'll be learning more about quick changeover, or SMED as it's often called. Now, this powerful methodology allows us to produce in smaller batch sizes, which subsequently reduces the chances of overproduction. Next, as we've discussed a few times in this course already, one-piece flow lines are another way to nip overproduction in the bud, as we're only producing to takt time or the pace at which our customer is buying our product. Alright, well, let's pay our friend Isaac one last visit to see what he's been up to. And as promised, we did talk to Isaac, and he explained that even though there was marking on the box showing how many parts to produce, he admitted to often forgetting to look at this. So, in order to improve this situation, Isaac decided to use the exact box his next internal process customer uses, which is perfectly sized to the pitch or the pack-out quantity needed. And with this new process, Isaac now knows exactly how many parts to put into the box. Now then, as you've likely noticed the longer this course has gone on, I've really started to repeat myself as far as the lean tools and concepts to use to battle each of these 7 wastes. Well, the reason this has occurred is that in the end, since all these wastes feed off of one another, the lean tools we have in our corner also feed off of one another. So for example, when you do 5S the right way, you improve so many things, just like implementing Kanban improves so many things. So, in summary, the best advice we have for you as you set off to battle these 7 wastes is to just start. If you don't know where to start with 5S, since done correctly, you can't go wrong. All right, well, this wraps up this portion of this course on the 7 deadly wastes. Now, I mentioned this portion since we'll likely add to this course over time as we get feedback and questions, which leads me to my next point. If you have any questions or comments or ideas for future course content or direction, please let us know. You can email me directly at academy@gembaacademy.com, or you can also reach out to me or John Miller or Kevin Meyer in the forum. So, until next time, my name's Ron Pereira, and on behalf of all of us at Gemba Academy, I'd like to wish you all the best as you progress on this never-ending journey of continuous improvement. So, until next time, my name's Ron Pereira, and on behalf of all of us at Gemba Academy, I'd like to wish you all the best as you progress on this never-ending journey of continuous improvement.